Hey, how's it going? Dylan here. Today I'm going to be chatting to you about Avengers Infinity War. When I saw this movie, I will admit I did get spoiled a few things beforehand from the internet. As we all know, that always happens. I was not prepared for that many spoilers. But, in any case, overall, I did enjoy this movie. I think it is a much better entry than Civil War. I think Civil War's okay, but I am a fan of the Russo brothers and the way they direct and the way they structure their action, as well as their cinematography choices. So, obviously, this film, Infinity War, it is really... I'm going to try and have as little spoilers as possible in this review. Infinity War does follow Thanos a lot, obviously. I don't consider that really a spoiler that much. But, so it is kind of an interesting film. It's like 2.5 hours long. But when I was watching it, I didn't feel like it was that long, which I think is a very good sign. It definitely doesn't drag, to me at least. A few people pointed out in the middle it kind of drags, but I didn't think it really did. The visual effects are quite good, much better than in the TV spots and the trailers online. Obviously the compression, I guess, killed the CG quality a bit. Just the textures on Thanos' face and a bunch of other characters look really fantastic and top-notch. And I'm going to say it, like, this is what DC really needs to do if it wants to have characters like Steppenwolf and things like that. Because Steppenwolf, like, the CG, even in 4K, does not hold up at all. It doesn't look right. It looks blurred. The textures look too smooth. Not realistic. Whereas with Thanos, in the trailers, he looked unrealistic to me. But when I went to see the movie, you could see all the different textures and the definitions. It looked actually quite good. Motion capture is very good with Josh Brolin as well. And overall, pretty good villain, I have to say. Definitely in terms of the MCU, much better than a lot of what has come from before. Now, there are a lot of surprises in this film. There are deaths, as the directors have said, the Russo brothers. Not going to reveal who they are, obviously. That would be a real dick move. But I think they were pretty well thought out, a lot of them, and the film itself still feels like it's structured as a part one. There's no denying it. They probably should have kept it as part one and part two, instead of naming the Avengers 4, which comes out next year, separately. But in any case, I kind of expected it to be that way. I didn't expect it to kind of be a standalone film, even though the directors said it would be. To me, it doesn't feel standalone. Definitely not. But that being said, I am a fan of cliffhangers and things like that, so that's fine with me. I think in general, trying to juggle the huge amount of heroes, the Russo brothers did a much better job than Joss Whedon ever did, and it feels a lot better in terms of the way they switch between the characters. The pairings are fantastic, like comedic-wise. It's quite a funny film, which is good to see, not all serious. And it actually works really well, going from funny to serious, I thought at least. There's some interesting things happen, some interesting technology. The whole entire film is very, like, it keeps going. It doesn't really rest, which is probably why it doesn't feel like it's so long. But I think that's the whole point of it. I'm guessing we'll find out how that kind of plays into the next part next year. It's interesting also to note the cinematography in this film. It was alright. I felt it was better than Civil War and Winter Soldier, the Russo's previous efforts. They did use the modified RELX 65s, which have a very large sensor, which is like the IMAX RE cameras. And they also used the Ultra Panavision 70 lenses, which I'm a great fan of. They are like the top-end anamorphic you could possibly go. And they're the ones that Tarantino used in The Hateful Eight, and they used in Rogue One as well for Star Wars Rogue One, which is why it looks so good. And the visuals in this film really do not disappoint. The soundtrack is also pretty good. I was a pretty good fan of that. Alright, I'm going to give Avengers Infinity War, Part 1, a 7.5 out of 10. Thank you very much for tuning in and watching my review of Avengers Infinity War. Hope you enjoyed it. Leave a comment below and discuss what you liked about the film, what you think should have happened, but no big spoilers please in the comments. I will delete them because people will come and, you don't want to spoil it for people. It removes the shock, and definitely remove the shock of some of the stuff that happened for me, which I'm a bit disappointed about. As always, hit the like button if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you want to see more, hit me up on Twitter, follow me on the links below, and until next time, take care.